So my finale to my little MacFarlane little review series is talking about Million Ways to Die in the West. He has 3 movies, so I thought I'd talk about them because the new Ted thing is coming out. And boy, this movie fucking sucks. There really isn't any way to say that. This movie fucking sucks. It's a weird movie, okay? Because Seth MacFarlane makes these 2 movies, the Ted movies, which he pitched to Fox. They denied them. They're like, no, thank you. He goes to Universal, goes and makes them, and then they make a buttload of money, and then he makes this movie. Well, I guess he made this movie in between Ted 2 and this movie, but still. And apparently this was a passion project for him. It's so weird because you watch this movie and you wouldn't feel like it is. This is a very cheap looking movie. It's a very lazy movie in a lot of ways. And yet somehow it's a passion project for the dude. It just feels, it's one of those movies where you wouldn't even know that if you just watch this movie. It just has so many issues. It does not work. The main problem with this movie is, first of all, this is a Western movie, and you can watch it and you just go, why? The plot of this movie does not add anything to the Western aesthetic. The shootouts are like actual Western aesthetic, like Western type things that you expect to happen in a Western happen, but they feel like just stuff that kind of happens that didn't really need to happen. Even the beginning of this movie, they actively avoid showing you a duel that the movie starts with and start with a dick joke. Like, it's just, come on. And Seth MacFarlane plays the main character, which is fine, but his character is written very unlikable. Like, he just kind of rants and complains about how much his life sucks to people who are all living in the same exact situation. It's just like, so am I supposed to find you endearing? Like, yeah, your life sucks, but so does everybody else who lives in this Western town or whatever. So who the shit cares, man? You just keep going. You know? It's one of those Family Guy rants where a character will, like, rant about something, except the Family Guy episode's like 2 minutes. It's like 2 hours of this shit. It just wasn't very good. And there's so much, the humor in these movies is really lowbrow. And of course, you know, fucking Family Guy and Ted have lowbrow humor too. But some of that humor at least feels within the characters of those movies and not just lazy dick jokes or penis jokes or whatever. It's just not very funny. And it's a lot of repeating gags that they never shut the fuck up about. You're just like, alright, stop. Yeah, I don't like this movie. I recommend you never see this movie. I have this only because I'm a Seth MacFarlane fan and I want to have all of his movies in the collection. Because I think it was such a unique venture for him that I think is really cool and really interesting. I just did not think it worked, and I can see why after this movie failed and Ted 2, he just kind of gave up on making movies. So I really like Ted 2 more than most.